if you hear anything in the background, my cats chose right now, when I sat down to film, after they've been sleeping all day, to run around the apartment. So, sorry in advance. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mariah, and today I'm going to be doing my tarot cards, choose my April TBR. I've been wanting to do something with my tarot cards for something for a little while, and I didn't know how I wanted to do it. So, of course, I went to YouTube, and everybody's done everything, right? So, I found Amy Noel Reads, and she came up with like this really fun game with her tarot cards. So I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. I want to do that. So Amy Noel Reads, shout out to her, because I'm pretty much doing her rules. I just changed a couple things. Like for one, I don't have, what is it, D8 dice, the multi-sided dice. They're all multi-sided. You know what I'm talking about. The big dice. I just have regular dice. So that's what I'm using. And I'm going to roll these for how many books I'm going to be reading this month. And then each suit I have assigned a genre of book. Pretty much the same as hers, I think, except for I don't have fantasy on mine or like general romance. So the suits that I'm going to be, oh, and the other cards like the death card and those kinds, they just have a general prompt on them. So anyways, I will tell you what the suits are now. The elixirs or the cups. So my tarot cards have different names for the suits. The elixirs are the cups, the rods are the wands, the coins are the pentacles, and the blades are the swords. Not that anybody asked, but just so you know. So the elixirs are sci-fi, the rods are smut, because I am a smut whore. The coins are general fiction, and the blades are horror and fiction. The devil card is like my favorite card in this deck. How pretty is that? Okay, I'm just gorgeous. Okay. I used to assist in surgery, so anatomy of the body has always just fascinated me. So when I saw these cards, I was like, yes, please. Yes, please. Give it to me. So anyways, and unlike her, she did, if she chose more than 3 suits, she had a bowl that she had a bunch of titles in. I don't have that. So instead, I'm just going to roll one more dice and maybe add that many more books onto my TBR. This could go very, very badly, because this year I've only been reading like 10 books a month only, but only. It's the first year I've been reading more than like 2 books a month, so this could go horribly wrong, but we'll see. We'll see how many I even roll. Okay, so that's what we'll do first. Also, I tried to get a shot of like the table and like me, but I couldn't, so I'm sorry. You just have to, I'll show you the cards after I put them out. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm rolling the dice now. And I rolled 7. 6 and 1. 7. Okay, so I think I pretty much shuffled these already, but I shall do it again. Oh, this is, I can't shuffle cards, okay? Look, I'm not a shuffler. Especially with my broke ass hand. Freaking carpal tunnel, or not carpal tunnel, trigger thumb, or whatever he called it. Bruh. Okay, well, 3 cards just popped out. So that's how I'm pretty much going to do this, is if they pop out while I'm shuffling, that's the ones that I'm going to use. Oh, there's 1. That's 4. Okay. That's 5. The neighborhood today is also just very loud. 2, 4, 6. One more. Okay, there is 7. So, I'm not even going to look at them first. These are the 7 that I have chosen. That's 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, that's 6. Right, 1, 2. Oh, there it is. There's the 7th. How I knew it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, wow. Hi. So, okay, now let's look at them together. I got the Queen of Elixirs, the Tower, the World. That's a cool card. The Knight of Elixirs, the 6 of Rods, the 3 of Rods, and the 1 of Elixirs. All right, so let me look at which ones that is. Okay, so the 1 of Elixirs has a movie or TV adaptation, and Elixirs are sci-fi. The Tower is a book about an author. I don't even know. I don't even know if I know a book about an author. Oh, good. Good. The World is a book over 400 pages. I don't read over 400 pages often, so. The Queen of Elixirs is book about time travel. The Knight of Elixirs, set on a different continent, also sci-fi. Right? Isn't that sci-fi? So, I'm like, aren't all sci-fi set on a different continent? I feel like that should have been a different one. Oh, and I have pulled 3 elixirs, so I guess I have to roll again, roll 1 dice again. So, the 6 of Rods is office romance. Okay. And the 3 of Rods is handcuffs on the cover, which also, off the top of my head, I can't think of one with handcuffs on the cover. Okay. Well, now I have that, but since I chose 3 elixir cards, I have to do another dice. So, 2, only 2 more. This actually turned out pretty nice. So that's only 8 books. And that's perfect because the Spring Fling-A-Ween that Gabby reads and Olivia reads a latte, their Spring Fling-A-Ween readathon is at the end of April. So perfect. And I think there's only 2 prompts. Well, there's 3 prompts, but the 3rd prompt is just to bake something. So, oh, there's 1. 2 more. Oh, I don't think I showed you the dice, but that's what it landed on. Oh my God, I'm about to take this freaking brace off. Oh, all right, and there's the 2 cards. Show you before I show myself. These are the last 2 that I pulled, and it is the High Priestess. Another freaking, look, these cards are gorgeous. I love these cards. And Strength. So 2 just random prompt cards. Okay, so High Priestess. Did I spell that right? Oh. Okay. The High Priestess is the lowest rated book on my TBR. Interesting. Strength is, love this. Strength is a pretty cover. Let me go figure out the books that I'm going to be reading for this, and I'll come back and let you know. So, firstly, I'll talk about the 2 books that I'm going to be reading for Spring Fling-A-Ween, which is, I think, April 27th through the 30th. But anyways, I picked both of these books because they can both fit both prompts. So since the readathon is only, I think, 4 days, I'm a pretty slow physical reader. Like, if it's a physical book, I take probably about a week to read through one. Unless it's like really gripped me, then maybe I'll finish it in a day. But anyways, so in the event that I don't finish both and I only finish one, they both fit both prompts. So I'm not too upset about it. I hope that made sense. Anyways, the first book for that one is going to be The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I've heard a lot about this the past year, and I think it came out 2 years ago, maybe, or maybe longer than that. Anyways, this is about Elizabeth Frankenstein, obviously, who she has been starving, pretty much homeless, and then all of a sudden she gets taken to the home of Victor Frankenstein, but she has to make him happy, no matter what, even if that comes at the cost of herself, just so she can continue to have this life. Heard good things, excited about that one. And then the other one that can both fit both prompts is Local Woman Missing, which is another very popular one. I think this came out in 2020, maybe 2019. But anyways, this is about a woman who goes missing, and then a little while later, another woman and her daughter go missing. And then 11 years later, the daughter ends up returning, and they find out, what happened, why, where they went, who abducted them, I guess. And so, yeah, that sounds really interesting. So, on to the tarot prompts. The first prompt was strength, and it is the pretty cover, and for that one I chose The First Day of Spring. I mean, I just got this book, but like, I don't know, I think this book, the cover is gorgeous. The black with the blue flowers. I don't even know if the camera can pick this up, but so pretty. But anyways, this is about a woman who, when she was a child, she killed another child. And now that she's all grown up, she's changed her name and she has a daughter of her own. And all of a sudden, she's starting to get calls bringing up the past. And yeah, the next prompt was The High Priestess, and that is the lowest rated book on my TBR. And for that, I will be reading, I don't have this physically. I'm probably going to try and get this from my library. And surprisingly, things have gotten worse since we last spoke. I went on my Goodreads, and apparently, this is the lowest one that I have on my TBR, and it is 3.09 stars. Which is insane to me because I feel like every time I hear somebody talk about this book, they rave about it. So, interesting to see what that's about. But, so this is about, I have notes right here if you're wondering why I keep looking down. It's about two women who meet on an internet chat room. And I'm assuming shit goes down from there. So, that is that book. The next prompt was Three of Rods, which was handcuff on the cover. Okay. This one, I had some problems. I could not find any books with handcuffs on the cover, which is crazy because I swear there are smut books out there with handcuffs on the cover. And besides 50 Shades Freed, or whichever 50 Shades of Grey that was. And if you're like me, you read 50 Shades of Grey in like high school, and I'm not tainting that experience. I'm not going to reread 50 Shades of Grey. We all know it wasn't good. It was literally fanfiction of Twilight. So, not going to reread that. So, like I said, I could not find one with handcuffs on the cover, but I found one. Oh God, this one sounds so stupid. But, okay. Let me preface this by saying, yes, I'm a smut whore. I love smut. But if you tell me that it's a smut book that is really stupid, oh, I'm 1,000% gonna read it. I eat that shit up. I love me some just bad, stupid smut. So that's exactly what this one sounds like. But it has a jail cell on the cover, And that is Caught by the Convicts by Jessa Kane. Yeah. So this is about a woman guard who gets swept up in this riot, in the prison riot, and she gets kidnapped by these two convicts who take her to their cell and have to share their treasure with each other. And she finds out that she doesn't much mind being taken. So I feel like this is going to be really stupid, and it's also free on Kindle, so yeah. By the way, if I don't have them physically, I'm either going to read them on Libby or find them at my library, or they're on Kindle Unlimited. I tend to not, I'm not a big book buyer. I love to have my library and the Kindle Unlimited books like at my fingertips. So I don't have a bookshelf at my home either. So kind of makes it easier when I read books that I don't have to actually own. Okay, so the next book, how long? Okay, was The Six of Rods, and that is office romance. And for this one, I chose 2 Weeks Notice by Whitney G. And this also just sounds like peak dumb smut, and I'm here for it. It's about a woman who wants to quit her corporate job because her boss is a dick, and she tried to send in her 2 weeks notice a little while ago, and apparently he said, nope, you're not allowed to quit. Read the fine lines of the contract. So she did, and realized unless she dies pretty much or poisons him or something, she doesn't get to leave until one night he calls her for an emergency proposition. And I think we all know what that proposition is going to be. Sex. Okay, next is the Knight of Elixir, and I chose The Core of the Sun, which, okay, Knight of Elixir was set on a different continent. I had to look through again, and this one sounds so cool. The Core of the Sun by Joanna Sinisalo. I'm probably saying that really, really wrong. It is a Finnish book, and it's set in an alternate historical present in Finland, in an extreme welfare state that holds the public health and social stability over everything else. So we follow this woman who is supposed to be, like, have been bred to be submissive. So like in this new world, they have bred certain women for the sole purpose of being the country's procreations. What did it say? They're bred, yeah. And the women who aren't bred to be submissive for sex and procreation are sterilized and relegated to labor. And so apparently our main girl is an intelligent, but she was bred to be one of the women that's only for sex and procreation. So I don't know. This sounds super up my alley and really interesting. So I'm excited for this one. Okay. So the next one is Queen of Elixir, and that was a book about time travel. And for this one, I chose Recursion. Now, in the synopsis of the book, it didn't have that it was explicitly about time travel. But when I looked up good sci-fi books that are about time travel, Recursion came up a couple times. So that's what I'm going to read. It's apparently about this syndrome that makes people remember lives that they never actually lived. And there's a doctor who's trying to come up with this medicine that can make you relive your memories for the first time again. So, like, you can relive your first kiss if you wanted to. And yeah, so, but the main character is searching for the truth, and he finds something else that begins to unmake the world as we know it, whatever that means. So, sounds interesting. I've not really read any sci-fi, so I'm kind of interested to see how, I have 3 sci-fi books. I'm kind of interested to see how these are gonna go, because yeah, I know sci-fi sometimes can be really hard to understand, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to understand. So, we'll see. Anyways, so the next card was The World, and that was a book over 400 pages. And for this one, I'm so excited. I'm finally going to read this book. It's False Witness by Karen Slaughter. I've heard so many good things about this. Oh my God. So this is set in Atlanta, I believe, which I'm from Georgia. So another reason why I really want to read this book. And also I think that there's some religious conversation in this. So I'm really looking forward to that too. Anyways, the synopsis for this book was this woman is a lawyer who has really, brought herself up, and she recently got a case come across her desk to defend this man who was accused of rape. And then she realizes why that she actually got chosen, because she knows him and he knows her. And he also knows what happened 20 years before. So, I don't know. I'm just really excited to read this. The next card was The Tower, and that was a book about an author. Now, I have 2 possibilities. I really would like to read Beach Read by Emily Henry. It's such a popular book right now. I know it's not, I don't think it's smut, and I don't think the other one is really smut either. I think they're 2 just romance books. But you know what? It's my game, and I'm going to do what I want. So, I really would like to read Beach Read by Emily Henry, but it's on like a 15-week wait on my Libby. So, unless I can get it physically from my library, I may not be reading that one. But the second one is available on my Libby immediately, and that is No Words by Megan Cabot. Meg Cabot, sorry. And this is about an author, this woman author, who has been invited to go to this island for their very first book festival. But it's on an island that she doesn't really want to go back to, because her nemesis, this other author, is on this island. I think he lives there. And she ends up going because that money that they're going to pay her is way too good to pass up. So she goes, and of course he's there. But what's weird is he seems really sorry about what happened in their past. And they go from there. What happens? I don't know. All right. And the last prompt is one of Elixirs, and that was a book or movie adaptation. And for this one, I chose another book that I'm so freaking excited to read. I've been wanting to read this. Me and my boyfriend are gonna buddy read this when he gets back from Alaska. I'm so excited, and I'm so glad I got this prompt, because we're definitely gonna buddy read it now. So, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is about a man who has been tasked to go to space to save the world, but ends up he passed out, and when he wakes up, all of his crew's dead, like all of them, and he doesn't remember anything. He doesn't remember his name, and he definitely doesn't remember why he's even on this spacecraft. So he has to figure out how to save the world with his memory just coming back to him. I'm very excited. Also very excited about the movie. Ryan Gosling is playing Ryland. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I think that's obvious. That's all the books. That's all the books that we're reading this month. Maybe. Hopefully, I stick with it. First month doing a TBR. If I don't stick with it, you won't see a May TBR. So, there's that. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot of fun filming this. So, yeah, let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And I hope you have a great day or night or whatever time it is where you are.